Hi, lesson 5, comparing decimals and writing decimals using different place values. So set up your paper like this. So let's take a look at the first question. Is 25 thousandths? How would we write 25 thousandths? Remember, you say the digit, you say the number in the numerator, and then you find the place value in the denominator. And that is where the last digit has to land in the number. So let's go back here. So with my decimal point, I have my tenths, my hundredths, and my thousandths. And so my number is 25 thousandths, which means the 5 has to land in the thousandths. So tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So I kind of work backwards here. Okay, so my 25, there it is. What do I have to put in the tenths? In this case, you do need a 0 placeholder. You have to put a 0 in there. All right, so that's how you write 25 thousandths. The second number is 50 hundredths. So I'm writing the number 50, and I need it to land the last digit of the 50, which is this 0 right here. It's to land in the hundredths. So let's find our hundredths. Tenths, hundredths. So that's where I'm writing my 50. All right, so now, do I need to put the 0 here, is the question. No, you can put the 0 there as a placeholder. You're not wrong, but it doesn't have to go there. For example, let's just put the 0 in here. Let's say I ended up with this number. Compare that with this number. So how would I compare two decimals? I compare them by place value. So I line them up. I'm looking at the tenths, then I'm looking at the hundredths, then I'm looking at the thousandths. So these match. So I move over to the hundredths, these match. I go to the thousandths. There's nothing here, and there's a 0 here. These are equivalent. Okay, so what about this one up here? How would I tell which decimal is greater? And how would I write that? So this one right here, remember that was 25 thousandths. Remember, because I have the last digit, which is the 5, it ends in the thousands, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 25 thousandths. All right, and I had what for this one? 50 hundredths or 500 thousandths. So there's two ways to compare this one. I can compare, since they're both in the thousands right now, this is 500 thousandths, 25 thousandths. What's more, 500 or 25? This one. Okay, and also I'm going to compare the tenths. This 5 is greater. So that decimal is greater.